Because of the SEC, we are fortunate enough to get a look inside what investors like Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, and Ray Dalio are purchasing on a regular basis. The government isn't demanding that you provide a statement of their documents to the public, so they would be more than willing to do it behind closed doors. Now, I've been looking into Bill Gates' stock transactions. It is fascinating. In the first quarter of 2021, he liquidated 14 of his stock positions. He sold many of them by 100%, while the others he slashed by a significant percentage. Once we click and look at how many stocks he brought in the first quarter of 2021, it's just one stock, Kupang. Let's look at the stocks that he sold.
Welcome to Financial Market TV. If you're new to the channel and enjoy content like this, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Also, please don't hesitate to share your comments down below and give this video a like. Let's get started.
Number 1, Liberty Group A and C. He sold 100% of Liberty Group A and Liberty Group C. Liberty is a telecommunications firm that provides broadband, mobile, and phone services. Number 2, Twitter. He sold 100% of his Twitter stock. Sorry, Jack, but Bill is out. Number 3, Amazon. Owned by Jeff Bezos, Amazon is an e-commerce company that Gates also sold 100% of. And it's an intriguing move because if we look at Amazon's stock price, it's up over 80% since the pandemic in 2020. Perhaps he sold out of it thinking this was all over. Bye-bye, Bill. However, Amazon wasn't the only big company Gates let go of. Number 4, Apple. Apple was let go of as well. Gates sold over 1 million shares of Apple stock, resulting in 100% sales conversion. Next, let's take a look at the stocks that he reduced. Number 1, Liberty Global C. He reduced massively by 86%, as well as the General Liberty Global by 82%. Number 2, FedEx and UPS. The delivery companies were both reduced by a significant amount, 50% for FedEx and 38% in UPS. Number 3, Walmart. The largest retailer in the world. 4 million of his shares were sold there with 35% of his portfolio. Maybe he's not into shopping there anymore. Who knows? Number 4, Canadian National Railway, a company where he was a long-time holder in but sold 18% of his position. Number 5, Berkshire Hathaway. Warren Buffett is the greatest investor on the planet, as we all know, and Gates has been a Berkshire Hathaway shareholder for some time now. However, we can see he just sold off a huge portion of it. He reduced his position by 11.9%. 5 million shares sold worth 6% of Gates' whole portfolio. However, Berkshire is still Gates' number 1 stock position worth $9 billion, 4 times bigger than the second largest position. Number 6, Caterpillar and Crown Castle International. He reduced them by 9.8% and 4.6% respectively. So there you have it, the 14 stocks previously sold in the year. Some of those holdings he fully liquidated. The one stock that he did decide to buy was a South Korean e-commerce company by the name of Kupang, which is a company that only went public in March this year. It's also known as Korea's Amazon, but it's still in its early stages of development as they have had $295 million net revenue. Most of their money has gone into expanding their business. But the question remains, why did Gates sell so much? Even if you compare this quarter to the one before it, the tale is the same. Gates sold 11 stocks in the fourth quarter of 2020, but he only purchased one company called Schrödinger. One thing that we need to note is that we've had a pandemic, and we're still in one, but we are recovering from it. Despite that, a lot of companies have taken a huge hit. When you look at the company's real estate, the hotel sector, which employs 1.6 million people, has fallen 11.6% in revenue per room compared to this year. Sales declined year over year by 20%. In the midst of a slowing demand for automobiles, according to management representatives, oil and gas struggled as the need for gas lessened in the pandemic, which meant less factories running. Most industries suffered apart from the disruptive, innovative companies, such as Amazon selling purely over the internet, or even companies like FedEx benefited as people needed them to deliver things due to high travel restrictions. Perhaps Gates feel like these companies' high time has come to an end. What is Gates doing with the money then? Well, did you know that Bill Gates is now the largest private farm owner in the world with 269,000 acres of farmland as well as assets totaling $619 million? Being a tech guy, why has he bought so much farmland and sold so many big tech companies? You see, Bill Gates may be a tech geek, but we also need to remember that he is here to make business and to make money. After what happened with the tech stocks falling between 1994 to 1999, Gates decided to not plant his seeds into one pot, therefore expanding his reach into different categories of businesses for his investments, basically diversifying his wealth. But why invest in farms? He could buy any tech business out there, but he bought farmland instead. Well, one of the things that we have to realize about farmland is its position as a finite asset. A company can always just sell more. The Fed can always print more money. But farmland, you can't just magically create another piece of land unless you play The Sims or something. My point is that farms are a scarce resource, and 50 years from now, they'll still be in demand. They'll still be providing food for society, despite every investor and their pets moving into these big tech companies right now, especially with the metaverse rising. Bill Gates is still doing the opposite as he moves into conservative investments. Now, some people are saying that this investment from Gates is all about control. Who knows? People still need to eat even if we enter a recession in the next few years. People still need farms. I think Gates is a better investor than most people would believe. Farms are an excellent investment, especially in today's world when trillions of dollars are printed every year. In 2020 alone, we printed roughly 20% of the total US dollar in circulation. Cash is a terrible investment that is being devalued by the second. But farms are a great place to store your wealth, kinda like gold. We haven't heard from him regarding why he did any of these investment moves, but one thing that we can say for sure is that the market is changing. While many investors are pumping their money into internet companies and tech companies, Gates is doing the opposite. He's selling them, buying up farms, and playing the game very conservatively. Who knows? Maybe this guy's onto something.
Thanks for watching the whole video. Again, if you're new and like this type of content, subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to leave a comment down below and hit that like button. Also, click on the notification bell to get updated on our weekly uploads. See you in the next video.